Hey, what's up, YouTube? You ever wondered what was the first firearm RaiderKev ever purchased? Stay tuned. You're about to find out.
It's good, but it also has a function. And that's one of my things. When you're going to look at some of my other firearms that I'm going to bring out, I like it to look good, okay? That's kind of like my niche. I also want it to have a functionality. If it doesn't function and it just looks good, I'm going to really question why it should be on my rifle. So, or any handgun. So, this is my baby, guys. One other thing, the star of the show. There she goes right there.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Listen, guys, I know it's been a minute for the gun content, and I apologize. Guys, I've had a lot of things going in my family. It's over a month now, right? And it's still happening, it's still going on, it's not over, right? But I'm starting to feel a lot stronger and better. My wife is still dealing with a lot of issues, and we just trying to recover, man. It's been tough. And I thought it was gonna be a while before I get back to the range. I might be going a lot sooner than I thought, right? That's still up in the air. We're gonna see how that plays out. But today what I'm gonna bring to you is the first firearm that I ever purchased. So for a while, a long time, right? I just put it off, procrastinated for a long time, shot other people's firearms, was renting firearms, and I said, man, look, I love this, I'm into it. Go ahead and purchase your first gun, man. Just get it over with. Let's go, you know. The only reason why I probably hesitated, now I'll be totally honest with you, I know myself, right? And once I start doing something, right, it becomes, I kind of overboard a little bit with it, right? When I got into golf, this was many years ago. When I got into golf, I did the same thing, man. I love finding features and understanding the product and what it offers, and it's hard to resist not to buy it and get into it, right? I'm not saying I'm a sucker, right? But when I really like something, I really get into it, and I wind up spending money on it. So that could have been the hesitation right there. But what I did was, when I was serious about getting a firearm, of course, I was looking for deals, okay? I'm always looking for a deal. I'm never just gonna go out and just overpay for something, you know? I'm a frugal shopper, you know? That's how I consider myself. But I don't like cheap stuff, okay? There's a big difference, right? I want a bargain, but I don't want a cheap product. I hate cheap products. I think it's a waste of money, okay? So, I came across this company online, and it was called Recall Gunworks. I think they out of Indiana, and they were selling law enforcement trade-ins, right? And they had different categories, right? They had some that had engravings, right? Some of them had a lot of wear to them, and it was obviously a better deal. And it went down to, you know, just slight holster wear, to actually the one that I purchased was unissued. And the disclaimer was, it may have been fired at a range, but it was never issued, right? So this was supposed to be the best of those trade-ins. And the images made them look like they were just pristine. So when I got it, I was very impressed about the condition. It was just fantastic. It looked brand new. It came with everything that a new gun would come with. Same magazines, all of it, right? But same case, the whole 9 yards. So I'm like, this is a great deal. And it came in like about 150, maybe 160 cheaper than a brand new version, right? So I'm like, wow, man, this is a great deal, right? Until I really looked at the firearm. What happened was I never shot that particular firearm at that particular size, right? So I told you in another video, I gave some advice about how to pick a firearm, how to buy a firearm, some advice. This was one of those instances. This is one of the first instances that I learned a lesson, okay? You never buy a firearm, in my opinion, without first shooting that particular firearm. The most I would do is shoot that manufacturer's firearm, right, at a different caliber. Because I can judge the caliber's differences and how it would feel, right? But I want to know how ergonomically it's going to fit in my hand. Am I going to like that feel, right? And that's one of the most important things about a firearm, right? I can, like I said, I might, if I can't find the caliber that I plan on purchasing, I'm going to at least that manufacturer. Don't look at buying a SIG and go get a CZ that same size. They're gonna feel totally different. So I'm talking about that manufacturer, right? That size of a firearm, and the most I would consider is if they don't have that caliber, then I'll go ahead and choose a different caliber. But I have to shoot that manufacturer's size before I purchase it. It's a must, because I made a huge mistake. I rectified it, but at first I thought I was going to have to get rid of this gun. So this was my first purchase, okay? It's a Glock 27, right? It's a 40 cal, and it's the subcompact size, right? This is how it looks, right? Clean gun, there's nothing wrong with it, but for my hands, it doesn't work. So when I purchased this gun, I didn't realize I wasn't gonna get my whole hand on this firearm. My pinky hangs, right? And it makes a huge difference in the shooting experience, right? It's harder to control the weapon. So of course, managing recoil is gonna be a little difficult. And the larger size caliber makes it even worse. So I didn't like shooting it. I really didn't. I really didn't like shooting it. And it wasn't the gun. It was my lack of knowledge of how this was going to fit in my hand. But a little research, I found a solution. So, and it was a bonus on top of fixing how it was going to fit in my hand. It actually was a bonus because it gave me more capacity, right? Now I forgot the capacity of that firearm. I want to say it's 9, but I'm not sure. I apologize for that, but I think it's 9. I think it's 9 rounds. So what I found was, and let me break it all the way down. Okay, I found this. So this is what saved my purchase. It's this is a sleeve by X Grip. Okay, what you do is you buy a magazine of a size larger than the firearm that you have. So that's a 27. The largest, the size above that one is the 23, the G23. Okay, so, and it increased the capacity. So I think that's 9. I could be off, but this brings it to 13. So I increased the capacity. I slipped this sleeve on here. Okay, slip the sleeve, and this is a OEM magazine. Okay, and then now when I place it into this firearm, it changes the firearm dramatically. Now I get the type of purchase that I like on my firearms, okay? I can get a high purchase, right? And I can get my whole hand, all three of my supporting fingers on this firearm. It gives me much better control, and it makes the shooting experience so much better, okay? And it saved my purchase, because prior to getting this extension and this sleeve, I was getting rid of this firearm. I thought it was a good fire. I thought it was a good buy, good price. I didn't think I was gonna make money. I felt like I probably was gonna lose either way, but I was gonna get rid of it because I just couldn't, I didn't enjoy it, right? This sleeve saved that purchase, okay? So, like I said, go shoot the firearm before you purchase the firearm, okay? Learn from RaiderKev, all right? I'm trying to save you some money, right? So, what did I do to this firearm? I did the basics, right? Extended controls, trigger, sights. Every Glock is going to get that treatment, okay? Every Glock. Whether you love it or hate it, that's what I do. I will always get extended controls, okay? Because that's what I need, okay? I'm always going to change the trigger because I hate Glock triggers. Now, I could just get, I could probably live with just getting a trigger job, smooth that uptake, right? But I hate that uptake. I really, really do, okay? And I hate the sights. So I'm always going to update the sights. I'm always going to upgrade the trigger, okay? And I like extended controls, all right? So you might say, well, why do you buy Glocks? Well, I also like shooting Glocks. I think they're very reliable, and I love the gun itself. I just like to make it a little bit better. That's me. Look, man, everybody got their own thing. That's my thing, okay? So listen, let me go through what I did. This was like my high school version. The colors, right? In high school, we went, it was black and gold, right? So that's kind of what I did with this. I had the gold accent. That's just an aluminum base plate on here. Like I said, I got the extended controls. I just went with black, my normal checkerboard mag release, extended controls here and here. Okay. The trigger, and this weapon is clear. I just showed you earlier. Nothing in the chamber, no mag. Okay. Shooting in safe direction. This is a clear weapon. Okay. So the trigger, right? So the trigger has a little uptake, not much, but it's very smooth. Okay, very, very smooth, and a very crisp break. Very crisp. Okay, reset. Nice, smooth, not very long, very crisp. Really like it. This trigger is by Overwatch Precision. It's a flat face trigger. I think the motto is TAC trigger, flat face, and I really like it. I really, really like it. I wouldn't say it's the best that I have, but it's really great. I would really recommend this trigger. It has the gold theme to it. The safety has that gold to it. Really nice, really clean trigger. I really like it. Okay. The sights are Truglo. They are the Truglo Tritium. I think it's TFX Pros. Very good sights. I really like them. They have Tritium to be able to pop at night. You got the little inserts that shine here and here. The front post has red ring around it, so it really really pops. I really like it. I really like these sights. Of course, they're iron sights. You can manipulate on your pants or on another object, wood, something like that, to rack your slide in case you have issues. Very, very good sights. I really love these sights. I also added the back strap to this one, which I normally don't, but because it was so compact and I really was trying to avoid that, because I wanted to get a high purchase on it. I wanted to get as high as I possibly could, and I wanted to avoid that Glock bite or that slide bite. I call it Glock bite, but it's other manufacturers also you can get bit by the slide. But I wanted to protect, because I wanted to get as high as purchase as I could. So that's why I put that on there. And other than that, that's really all I do. I didn't go crazy with it. I have some other plans. I never put them in action. I wanted to do some slide work, and I never did it. Maybe that'd be something I do down the road. I don't know. But I really like this. I really like this guy. This is a very, very, I feel, very good firearm. But it wasn't until I got this extension that I enjoyed it. It saved my purchase, because I was getting ready to sell it. If I couldn't solve that, I was going to sell this guy, and it would have been a shame because I got such a good deal on it. So this is my first purchase. This was my first purchase, and I really like it. I really do. So now, guys, in case, let's see what did I do with it. What did I do with it? Wow. Okay. I just had it, and now it's gone. But anyway, I have a giveaway, okay? And I had it right here. I don't know what I did with it. This is sad. This is truly sad. Anyway, I am giving away a mag release, an aluminum mag release by Shield Arms. It is for the 48 or the 43X. If you have one of those firearms and you're using the S15 mags, you have to change that magazine release, because the polymer one will wear, and it will wear pretty quickly. Okay, so you have to use this metal magazine release not just by Shield Arms. Anyone that you find is fine. Okay, I'm not stuck on a particular manufacturer. In fact, I use for all my firearms, I use Glockstores, right? So, you know, it's not the manufacturer. It's the fact that you need something metal. You know, aluminum I think would be nice. Okay, and I have one. I bought a bundle, and it came with it, and I want to see someone use it. So my only ask is that you only enter the giveaway if you have one of these firearms, the Glock 43X and the Glock 48 or the Glock 48. If you have one of those, or if you seriously plan on purchasing one of those, then go ahead and enter, because I can just keep it in my drawer and let it collect dust. Why should I give it away to someone else and let it collect dust in their drawer? So I want it on a firearm. That's all I ask. There is no other ask. Okay? And I mentioned you can leave your number, but you don't have to do all that. Just email me. Just simply send me an email telling me that you would like to enter the giveaway, and that's it. My email address is RaiderKev, one word, RaiderKev 1975 at yahoo.com. That's RaiderKev, one word, 1975, the year I became a Raider fan, So simple to remember for me. Anyway, RaiderKev 1975 at yahoo.com. Just simply say that you want to enter the giveaway, and that's it. And you have a good chance of winning. I only have a few gentlemen that has entered, so the chances of you winning is very high. So come enter the giveaway. Be seriously needing the giveaway. Okay, needing that mag release. Now it's not extended. I think it's the same size as the OEM. It's just that it's metal. Okay, so it's not extended. That's another thing. It's not extended. So if you're not a fan of extended magazine releases, this is not one of them. So you're good. Okay. So come on in and enter. And like I said, I'm only. I think I said I was going to end it on the 4th. So I was only giving it about a month. So you only have about a week left. So let's get on it. If you're interested, let's get on it. So look, guys, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed it. I love my baby. It was a good purchase, and I gotta save. Did a little research, and I saved my purchase, because it would have been a horrible purchase if it wasn't for that simple sleeve. Okay, so guys, like always in my videos, take care of each other. Let's love each other. And guys, be blessed. RaiderKev is out. Peace.